but we're definitely like in getting closer to the middle of the pack. And when you're in the middle of the pack, you can bust out wins against any team, right? And that's what you see us doing.
Well, we're close to wrapping up the first day of Week 7. The coverage presented by OmniSlash. I'm joined right now by Hai, who maybe this is, I think, no disrespect, the upset of the split so far. I mean, a lot of people would not have expected you to cap off the top team. Did you have this type of expectation going into the match?
Well, I would say if I go into a match expecting to lose, it's probably not a good mentality, you know? I went into it thinking that we can win, and we can definitely win if we play well, and that's the way I go about every game. And thankfully, we played real well, especially our bot lane, and we pulled out the victory. Yeah. A bit unexpected, I'll give you that. Yes. But, you know, upsets happen. No team's perfect.
Yeah. What do you think it contributed to the win the most? I mean, what aspects of your gameplay, what happened in that game that allowed you to pull out the win?
Well, if you watch the game, again, we had a massive lead through our bot lane, through the plays that they did, the level 1 strategy, and then they all ended at level 1 in lane and got the kill and snowballed. Yeah. And we played around that really well. We kind of had a mishap in the top lane where we took like a 3v3 that we probably shouldn't have due to them being stronger on that side. However, we played out the game pretty well after that, and we just stuck to our win condition and won.
This is the 4th week in a row that you guys have pulled off a win. We might even see a second one tomorrow. Who knows how the Cloud9 game will go? But I'm kind of curious. Where would you place Golden Guardians now? You know, how good of a team do you think you are compared to the other LCS teams?
Well, if you compare our results from the second half of the split to the first half of the split, it's like 3-1 recently, and then before it's like 0-6. So we definitely have a lot, or 4-1 maybe now. I don't know, but it's been a lot of improvement from our side and our team. Yeah. And I'd argue that we're definitely not a 10th place team. Sure, we're not like first maybe, but we're definitely like in getting closer to the middle of the pack. And when you're in the middle of the pack, you can bust out wins against any team, right? And that's what you see us doing. We're taking down top teams, we're losing against lower teams, etc. You know, but we're showing our mettle. We're doing well. Yeah.
There was a lot of criticism, especially after the 3rd or so week, where people were like, oh, get rid of all these players, or like get some imports. Like, you know, the comments that I would get on some of my interviews with Golden Guardians players were quite toxic, YouTube. But the point is, you know, what do you think about all these wins, and what does it say about the team, especially to the people who were so against the roster and the lineup?
Right. So I would say none of us really expected to go into the LCS going like 18-0. I don't think that's a realistic expectation. Even with the group that we have, we were just driving to improve. And you can definitely see that week through week through week. And I don't really need to say anything to the people that hated on us. Our wins and our plays speaks for itself, you know? Yeah. Sure, we're not the best team in the world or even an A, but we're definitely doing a lot better than people had expected, especially for an all North American team. We're doing really well for the resources that we have, the players that we have, and we're making a name for ourselves.
Yeah. You just beat Echo Fox. For a while, I think a lot of people felt Echo Fox was near untouchable. You know, I think they until recently only lost 1 game. What do you think of Echo Fox after having played them?
Well, they're definitely a strong team. You can look at the last time we played versus them. I believe they got like a 5,000 gold lead in 12, 13, 14 minutes and kind of just crushed us really hard. So they're definitely a really good team. However, that doesn't mean that the other teams are worse, right? Maybe if they're an S-tier team, another team like a B-tier team can beat them, right? So they're strong, but they're not perfect as every League of Legends team. So I would say people shouldn't underestimate them or expect them to do bad in playoffs, but they're not undefeatable for sure.
Tony, who I just interviewed from CLG, similar position to you guys, he says the playoff dreams are still alive for CLG. Are the playoff dreams still alive for Golden Guardians?
Well, I'm a pretty optimistic kind of person, but at the same time, I'm realistic. Yeah. I think we need to win the next 5 games to even have a chance of getting to playoffs. Like, even if we win the next 5, I don't know if that guarantees us in.
Yeah, there's like some tiebreakers.
Right. So the odds are definitely against us, and it's like a very small chance of us winning. But at the same time, it's not like I haven't been in this position before. I've had to go through like the gauntlet run and all this other crap in the past that, you know, no one expected us to do, and then we did, you know? So there's definitely a chance. I'll bet it's not a big one, but, you know, I'm clinging to the hope that we can do it.
There was some doubt also when Tyler came in as the coach. People weren't familiar with him and felt maybe he wasn't the best suited individual. What do you think of him now that he's been coaching you guys for a while, and how much is he contributing to the recent success?
I would say for people that didn't expect much of him, like, to be fair, like, no one knew him or anything like that.
Yeah.
However, he's done very well as the head coach. You know, he had to step in and fill in some big shoes, and he's doing pretty damn good at that. You know, I really like working with him. He was my positional coach and Juan's positional coach before being our head coach, and I would say working with him has been a pleasure, and that he's definitely been contributing to the wins as well.
Anything you want to say to all the fans out there, especially the Golden Guardians fans who are pretty hype? I saw UC Berkeley was here, that club, and I'm sure I know they were going crazy whenever you guys were playing just now. So anything to anybody out there?
Well, I want to say thanks to the UC Berkeley people for coming out. I believe their mascot is the bear or something. It's kind of weird that we pulled up Volley Bear on the day that they came out, but it worked out, right? So hopefully that we can keep getting people to cheer for us and root for us, even though we're working on our best to become a good team so that people can support us. And thank you for the people that do. I appreciate it. And thanks for the interview, Travis, as always.
Thank you so much, Hive, for the interview. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. I know you hang out for the Ovly outro. I can't. She's busy. Here, Hey, guys. Anime is great. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Interviews of Insulting Travis. Follow Omni / and subscribe. Does that work? Does that make you happy?